Good morning, Bobcats, and happy Friday. Thank you for joining me this morning for the morning news. I'm Miss Young, coming to you from the Buck Lake Media Center. Please stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Today is Friday, October the 7th, and it's Special Area Day 5. Let's take a quick peek at our weather for this Friday morning. We're going to have a high of 89, a low of 53. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. I hope you find something fabulously fun to do in this fall weather. We've got a lot of birthdays today. We want to wish these Bobcats a happy birthday today. Doreen and Mr. Griffith's fifth grade class. Harrison and Miss Doherty's 5th grade class, Samari and Mr. Griffith's 5th grade class, and Matthew and Miss Scanaway's 4th grade class. Tomorrow, Kaliam and Miss Bowie's 5th grade class, Kenzie and Miss Ferris's 3rd grade class, and Andreas and Mr. Jones' 3rd grade class will all be celebrating their birthday. Landon and Miss Ganaway's 4th grade class will be celebrating his birthday on Sunday. So happy birthday to all of those Bobcats. Today, a couple of very special ladies are celebrating their birthday. Both of these ladies always have a heart for our Bobcats. They have a great big smile, wonderful laughs, a sweet spirit, and we want to wish Miss Brown and Mrs. Howell a happy birthday. If you see either or both of these ladies, make sure and wish them a great big Bobcat birthday. Also, Miss Lucille, who works in our lunchroom, is going to be celebrating her birthday tomorrow. So please wish her a happy birthday as well. Hey, Miss Tucker's class, what's cooking today in the Buck Lake cafeteria?
Hi, I'm Atira.
And I'm Blake from Miss
Mrs.
Tucker's class. Do you smell what the Buck Lake kitchen is cooking? Let's see.
You may choose from brunch for lunch or fish and grits.
You may also choose up to 2 veggies, seasoned green beans and tater tots.
You may also choose from assorted fruit and white chocolate or strawberry milk.
Oh, that tastes good. That hot coffee tastes good. Listen, lots of grown-ups love hot coffee. If you would like to help those people you love to be caffeinated, you can sell them some Lucky Goat coffee. We're selling it till the 14th. It's $12 a bag. There's all different flavors. Pumpkin spice is the seasonal favorite. Lots of people like that. Don't forget, you can put these in the freezer. They make great gifts. I don't know too many people who don't love coffee. So this is a great, easy way to help our school raise some money as well as get some coffee in the hands of those adults. Hey, let's welcome Miss Molinax for Terrific Kids.
Good morning, Bobcats, and happy Friday. I have another great group to share with you today, and we're going to get started with Avery Akos from Mrs. Ishley's room. And this says, Avery is eager to answer questions and is very attentive in the group. She allows all her friends to join and play. Keep it up, Avery. Good job. All right, up next we have Caleb Kerwin from Mrs. Darden's room, and this says Caleb is a delightful student. He is kind and thoughtful. He loves to help and even brought a soccer ball to share with our class for outside play. Awesome job. Up next, we have Krishi from Miss Gregory's room, and this says that Krishi is an outstanding student. She is always ready to learn new things. Krishi has a positive attitude each and every day, and her friends really love how funny and kind she is. We love having you in our class. Good job. All right, up next from Mrs. Kerner's room is Leah, and this says that Leah is such a sweet kindergarten kiddo. She is helpful and sweet and kind as a friend and a hard worker. Good job. All right, from Mrs. Munoz's room, we have Brianna Nguyen, and this says Brianna is working very hard in kindergarten. She is practicing her letter names, letter sounds, and sight words and showing great effort. Mrs. Munoz is proud of you, Brianna. Good job. From Mrs. Howell's room, we have Eli Certain, and this says Eli works hard each day and follows the rules. He gets compliments from special area teachers every day for listening and following directions. Eli is a role model and a sweet friend. Good job. From Mrs. McLeod's room, we have Liberty Becker, and this says Liberty is a helpful student and she is a good listener. Keep up the great work. All right, from Mrs. McDermott's room, we have William Van Gordon, and this says William is a fantastic student to have in class. He is always listening, doing his best, and always willing to help a friend. Good job. From Miss Moore's room, we have Harrison Scott, and this says, I love having Harrison in class. He is full of many great ideas. Harrison always tries his best and is a great role model to his peers. I'm proud of you. Good job. All right, from Mrs. Oschlager's room, we have Abel Romero, and this says, Abel is our terrific kid this week because he is always kind and polite. Good job. All right, from Mrs. Stark's room this week, we have Akira Malela, and this says, Akira is a kind and respectful student. She is a good friend. She is always one of the first to lend a helping hand, and we are so happy she's in our class. From Mrs. Threadgill's room, we have Addison Peterson, and this says Addison has been working extra hard to be a good example to those around her. She's a great student, and she tries her best at everything. Good job. From Mrs. Dameron's room, we have Elliot Trager, and this says Elliot is an amazing student. He is a hard worker, a kind friend, and a helpful classmate. He is truly a terrific bobcat. Good job. From Mrs. Davis's room, we have Donnie Woods, and this says Donnie is a delightful student. His kindness brings so much joy in our classroom. Donnie loves to learn new things, and most times you will find him with a book in his hands. He's an awesome reader. Way to go, Donnie. You're terrific. From Mrs. Furman's room, we have Peyton Lofton, and this says Peyton is our terrific kid for the week. Peyton is a kind friend and always does the right thing. She's been working hard on her Lexia level and trying to meet her AR goal every day. Good job. Keep it up. From Ms. Hurley's room, we have Sebastian Obos, and this says Sebastian is a terrific kid. He always participates in class discussions. He is a kind friend and a good leader to others. Keep up the great work, Sebastian. Good job. From Mrs. Register's class, we have Chloe, and this says Chloe is truly a terrific kid. She is prepared for class, always doing her best. She participates in class, paying close attention and being ready to answer questions. We are so proud to have her in our class. Good job. From Ms. Williams' room, we have Ella Taylor, and this says Ella works very hard every day. She always tries her best. She is a sweet friend, and she makes sure our classmates are happy. Good job, Ella. From Mrs. Connor's room, we have Yassine, and this says Yassine is our terrific kid this week. He is a kind, helpful student and enjoys learning. Good job. From Mrs. Ferris's class, we have Chase Hamlet, and this says Chase was selected as our terrific kid because he is an awesome student. He is incredibly creative and an awesome friend. Way to go, Chase. From Mrs. Schmidt's room, we have Wyatt Wilder, and this says Wyatt was voted as our next terrific kid because he makes us laugh, he is helpful, and he is kind. I would agree. Great job, Wyatt. Up next from Mrs. Tucker's room, we have Kylie Ferguson. This says Kylie was nominated as our next terrific kid because of her incredible kindness and excitement for learning. Kylie strives to do her best each day and sets an example for her classmates. She is as sweet as pie. Good job. All right, from Mrs. Vick's room, we have Hayden Kempley, and this says Hayden was selected by her peers because she is kind and a good friend to everyone. Hayden always volunteers to help in the classroom and is a super citizen. Way to go, Hayden. From Mrs. Widener's room, we have Aiden Ryan, and this says Aiden is ready to help in any way. He makes learning fun, too. He loves to coach his peers by analyzing errors and build his friends' understanding. His eagerness to learn is rather contagious. Thanks for building our love for learning. Good job, Aiden. All right, from Ms. Ganaway's room, we have Peyton Warren, and this says Peyton's sweet smile and willingness to always lend a helping hand helps her to shine brightly in our classroom community. Awesome job. From Mrs. Wells' room, we have Gordon Whitstock, and this says Gordon was voted terrific kid because of his kind heart and helpful nature. His classmates noticed he is always helping anyone who needs it and is so fun to be around, saying Gordon is so fun. He's funny, really kind, and just amazing. Those are awesome things to say about a friend. Good job. All right, from Mrs. Bowie's room, we have Emmalyn Hutchinson, and this says Emmalyn works hard, completing tasks and assignments. She looks out for classmates and helps out when needed. She's definitely a star student. Good job. Also from Ms. Bowie's room, we have Kavish Patel, and this says Kavish is a very well-rounded student. He takes pride in his work. He's very helpful to the teacher and his classmates, all while having a smile on his face. He is a star student. Good job. From Mrs. Doherty's room, we have Nikolai Tomko. And this says, Nikolai is a great kid. He helps classmates, he's kind, and he always has a smile on his face. He is also a very hard worker and is always on top of his assignments. Keep up the great work, from Mrs. D. All right, and last today, but certainly not least, we have Isabel Liu from Mrs. Akos's room. And this says, Isabel is an outstanding student. She is eager to learn, always focused on her classwork, and she is so kind to her classmates and first grade reading buddy. Great job, Isabel. All right, stay tuned and you'll see all of these terrific kids' smiling faces, and I will see you back next week with more terrific kids. Bye.
Thank you, Miss Molinax. We have been seeing a lot of terrific kids coming to the library to get their books out of our book vending machines. We refilled it this week. Miss Rachel Moore and I went up and we got a whole bunch more books and we filled it up. And so between 9 and 10:30 and then 12:30 to 2:30, if you are a terrific kid this week, you may come up and get your book out of the book vending machine when it's convenient for your teacher. If you have been a terrific kid and have been unable to come and get your book, you are welcome to come today as well. Hey, that is all for today, Bobcats. That's all for the week. Remember to purr, be prepared, be upstanding, be responsible, and to always be respectful. And in case we don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.